going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best abilities you can use on defense that you can get for 0 AP. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you are searching on YouTube for MUT 23 content, whether it's how to make coins, how to get free players, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. So last week we did a video on all of the best abilities on offense that you can get for 0 AP. We're going to do the same thing for defense. We'll link that offensive video down below in the comment section as a pinned comment, and of course we're going to be using MUT.gg. They have a section for all free abilities in the game, so if you go over to MUT.gg, click this little button right here, and you can see under the abilities tier list they have free ability players. That's what we're going to use as our guide. We'll link this URL down below in the comment section as a pinned comment. Abilities often are more important than attributes in MUT 23 right now, and if you can get players that have usable and good abilities on your field and not take away from that 12 AP limit on offense or defense, you definitely want to take advantage. So let's talk defensive players, and we are going to start with Crusher, which to me isn't a great ability face value if you got to spend AP on it, but as we start to get more players who get this ability for free, it's not a bad idea to get some of them on your field. So if you didn't know, basically Crusher is going to cause heavier ball carrier fatigue on hit stick tackles, and that could eventually force fumbles. So if you get like 5 or 6 guys on your field that have Crusher for 0 AP, you know, it can have an impact on your opponent's offense. Now, there's not a ton of great cards out there that get it for free, but 2 of them are going to be Von Bell, this playoff card that just came out yesterday. Pretty good card. I know he's only 5'11", but everything else I really like about this card as a strong safety in coverage and in run support. 95 speed, 96 acceleration, 95 tackle, 91 man, 97 zone, and 95 hit power. So he can get Crusher for 0 AP, and so can Jamal Adams. Unfortunately for me, I've heard good things about this card, but for me, this card was a bit of a disappointment. I'm not saying don't go out and get it, because it's a good looking card if you look at the attributes. 6'1", 95 speed, 97 hit power, 97 zone, 90 man coverage, and if you look at a hit power that high, plus the ability of Crusher, it's a pretty good combination. Von Bell, by the way, is about 320k, and this Jamal Adams, without powering him up, is 356 to be exact. He's going to cost a little bit more to get that Crusher for 0 AP. One of my favorite budget cards in the game right now is this Ghost Jeffrey Simmons, because of the attributes, and not only that, the abilities too. So he's going to get defensive rally for 0 AP. Defenders with this ability will grant a bonus pass rush point to all defensive linemen on 3rd or 4th down. So this impacts your right end, your left end, your DT number 2 if you have them on the field. It's a really good ability that on the most crucial downs in football are basically impacting multiple players, and you can get it for 0 AP. Richard Seymour Team of the Week card is another one. Not a bad idea. He's only like 64k if you want to pick him up and only sub him in on 3rd and 4th downs just for that ability to kick in. But Simmons is an every down defensive tackle. 87 speed, 94 strength, block shed 95, power move 96, finesse move 92, and he only run you about 200,000 coins, so he's pretty inexpensive. I highly recommend this card. Now let's talk about Lurker. There's a lot of players that get it, but not a lot of players get it for 0 AP, and if you can get this on some middle linebackers and get them on your field, mainly in like run situations where your opponent might pull out a play action, these cards are very valuable to me. So the first one is going to be Playoff Fred Warner. He gets Lurker for 0 AP, about 324,000 coins, 94 speed, 6'3", 88 zone coverage. The hit power is a bit low at 84, but he gives you 96 play rec, 92 block shed, 94 tackle. So he's going to be reliable in the pass game and the run game, but who's going to be a little bit better as far as zone coverage is going to be Ray Nitschke. So he also gets Lurker for 0 AP, 94 zone, 97 hit power, 95 block shed, 90 play rec. He is 1 speed slower than that Fred Warner card, but it's not a bad idea to have both of these cards if you can afford them, of course, as you know, the two linebackers, when you're expecting your opponent to run the ball, they're both going to be good in pass coverage, run stopping, and both having lurker. You can kind of alternate your user or whoever you need to user at that given moment, both of them having lurker for 0 AP and not eating at that 12 AP limit on defense is just really, really good. A good move here. Now, pick artist, if we go back over to MUT.gg, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Look at all of these names, all of these players who get pick artists for 0 AP. We're looking at safeties, we're looking at cornerbacks, there's a couple linebackers out there, there might even be a defensive lineman out there, so it's going to be tough for me to narrow this down a lot, but I do have a handful of players that we can take a look at, both at the cornerback position and at safety, and we're going to start with Shavarius Ward, another brand new card, playoff card that just came out recently, and this is another one that I like a lot. I think we're going to pick him up on no money spent. 6'1", 96 speed, fastest, cornerback in the game, or at least tied with it. 95 press, 97 zone, 95 man coverage, the play recs at 90. There's just all good things about this card, and the fact that he can get pick artists for 0 AP, in my opinion, is a big W. Your next option for free pick artist is going to be Stephon Gilmore, his AKA card, 95 speed, 6'1" cornerback, 96 press, 95 zone, 96 man coverage, 97 jumping, 94 agility. We're talking free abilities here, but he can also get acrobat for 1 AP, and that combination of acrobat plus pick artist on this card, he's been really amazing for me. He's going to cost you roughly about 360k for his 96 overall, and you are going to have to power him up to get those discounted abilities, so you're looking at a little over 400k to fully power him up, but I don't think that's a bad deal at all. A really inexpensive option at cornerback that gets pick artists for 0 AP is going to be playoff champ Bailey. He's a little under 300k, sitting at 290 right now. Another 6-foot cornerback with 96 speed, 92 press, 93 zone, 96 man coverage. If you run a heavy man coverage scheme, definitely go out and pick this card up. Pretty good cards produced for me on my main team and my no money spent squad. Now, two safeties that get pick artists, and again, we showed you that full list. There's so many players out there that get it. The Derwin James MCS token player gets it, but two really good budget options and sub linebacker options as well are going to be Ghost Julius Peppers, so he gets pick artist for 0 AP, 6'7", 94 speed, 94 hit power, 96 zone, 91 man. Don't make the mistake and have him playing kind of a high safety position. It didn't work out for me. I would more so have him as a sub linebacker in the box, but that pick artist will still activate in a lot of situations. He's only about 275k. An even more budget-friendly option is going to be Steve Atwater, who's 6'3" with 94 speed, 95 hit power, 94 zone. His man isn't very good at all, so don't put him in man coverage, but he gets pick artist for 0 AP, and he only runs you about 130,000 coins on the auction house. We got two players that get secure tackler for 0 AP, and I'm not saying run out and spend coin to get these cards, but it is something to keep in mind for the future, because we have this AJ Dillon Quadfather card running all over the place, and he's very tough to tackle. Well, Tackle Supreme and Secure Tackler are two abilities that somewhat neutralize it or slow it down, and this Mike Dana, this recent Team of the Week champion card or Player of the Week, he goes for about 340. I personally wouldn't spend that much on an 88 speed defensive end. He does give you 94 block shed, 96 power move, but again, I just want to bring him up because he gets secure tackler for 0 AP. I'm not recommending buying him, but we want to start to look out for more players that get secure tackler for 0 AP if we start to get more, because that could be very helpful with this Quadfather epidemic that we're dealing with. Another left end that's less expensive that also gets secure tackler for 0 AP is going to be Sam Hubbard. He's only about 266k, a little bit faster there with 91 speed. His power move stinks, but he does give you 95 block shed and 96 finesse move, and this kind of transitions us over to our next ability, because Hubbard can get secure tackler for 0 AP, but he can also get tip drill for 0 AP, and this is kind of a fun one because you will have these situations where your opponent tries to throw out of a sack and the ball kind of floats in the air, and then your offensive lineman 9 times out of 10 drop the ball. Well, if Mr. Sam Hubbard's around, he gets tip drill for 0 AP as well. So if we see more defensive linemen and outside linebackers who are rushing the passer getting tip drill for 0 AP, you might want to invest in those players. So Hubbard Bird is one of them. Again, doesn't blow me out of the water with his attributes, but that ability alone is interesting. Some defensive backs that get tip drill for 0 AP. Number 1, CJ Gardner-Johnson. We dropped a YouTube short on with some gameplay of him last night. Make sure you go check that out. 5'11". The height isn't a super concern because he still seems to make plays for me. 95 speed, 92 hit power, 96 zone, 94 man coverage. I think the play rec is huge on this card with that 96 play rec. He just seems to have a nose for the ball, and his tackle's really low, but if you go watch that YouTube short clip or series of clips, he makes a lot of really good tackles despite having a 78 tackle rating. But he does get tip drill for 0 AP, goes for about 260,000 coins, and I promise you, this is not just because I have Eagles bias. Harold Carmichael's the other one. As you can see on the card art here, he has tip drill built in. So 0 AP, 6'8" cornerback, 94 speed, 96 man, 94 man coverage, 96 zone, 95 press. He goes for about 400k. He recently did get Redux, but if you happen to get this version of him, the Zero Chill version, this one would quick sell for 350k. So if you buy him at 400k and when you're done with him, quick sell him at 350, it's basically a 50,000 coin rental. And we will end the video with Warren Sapp. This ghost card is the only card in the game that gets under pressure for 0 AP. So he's a really nice combination if you want to pair him with that Jeffrey Simmons card. Under pressure is essentially if you can get to the quarterback or even get close to him, is going to force inaccurate throws, which can always lead to turnovers and interceptions, of course. So a very good 0 AP ability. And with Warren Sapp, I mean, 87 speed, 90 finesse move, 94 power move, 97 block shed, 92 tackle, 94 strength. He's just overall a really, really good defensive tackle, and he goes for about 300,000 coins on the auction house. So there you have it. The list of free abilities on defense is definitely a lot shorter than the ones on offense, but there's some good cards out there and some good abilities that can help you win more games. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. My name is Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace.